Welcome to the Bottle Poppin' Podcast, where Meg and Heather share their love for oils, friendship, and entrepreneurship. Let's get it poppin'.
Hi, everyone. This is Meg.
Hi, this is Heather.
And we are the Bottle Poppin' Podcast. So what are we popping open today, Heather?
We're popping open Juniper Berry.
Okay, first thoughts.
When I smell this, I immediately smell grain alcohol. That's exactly what I smell when I open this bottle.
So interesting, because that's not what I smell, but it does kind of make sense because gin comes from juniper berry. So it makes sense. I smell pine. I kind of smell, this is going to sound gross. Maybe I shouldn't say it. I smell like a forest with pine and some animal has peed on the pine needles. That's my professional opinion of the smell.
This is good for urinary tract stuff. So that would make sense that if the scent automatically, wow, things are just so entwined, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Interestingly enough, my husband smells pine salt when he smells this. So he can come clean up your forest if you need to.
What's funny about that too is the number one way I have used this is in diffuser blends. So I don't know that like my house smells like animal urine when I diffuse it. It definitely doesn't, or I wouldn't use it. But it is one that I feel like is in a lot of random essential oil blends. So like if you went to Pinterest and just put in doTERRA, Juniper Berry, diffuser blends, you're going to find tons of blends that have it because it adds like a nice note that's a little different from other oils. So like I've seen it mixed with other tree oils and then a citrus oil, like maybe a grapefruit or something like that. And then it smells really good, but just smelling it directly out of the bottle, not so much.
So doTERRA's aromatic description, which I maybe only agree with two of these, it says balsamic, clean, woody, spicy. I guess I smell a little bit of the clean and woody. I guess I can see the direction of the spicy. I don't get balsamic at all.
No, me neither.
Now, I did my own little experiment here. This can be used all three ways. Okay. So I have never used this internally, but it says that you definitely can use it internally and 1 to 2 drops underneath the tongue or in a capsule or in water. I wanted to know what it tastes like. So I just went ahead and just put a drop underneath my tongue. Now, I do not smell pine salt, but I now taste pine salt. It tastes, I took a swig of water afterwards just to kind of see. That initial hit underneath my tongue feels like grain alcohol. Like it's got a little bit of that sharpness to it. But once I drank it with water, it tasted like I had dropped a pine twig into my water and drank it. So really interesting. It's not a bad taste by any means.
Yeah.
But you had mentioned that a friend was looking for an alternative to citrus oils for flavoring her water, and she went with this unknowingly.
Yeah, she thought it would taste like berries.
It does not.
No, I was like, ooh, you're going to be kind of disappointed. I hadn't tasted it, but I don't think that's going to taste what you want it to taste like. And I totally should follow up with her and see if she ever did try it in her water.
I would say that it's actually not bad. I think I would probably mix it with something else too, but it really wasn't bad. I was expecting it to not be good at all. And I'm good here. I feel good right now. You know what?
Good.
Yeah, it also creates a calm, grounding atmosphere when diffused, but I would say that goes for internally too, because I feel nice and calm and grounded right now.
Oh no, it's going to be one of those podcasts where you're super monotone.
Not another balance.
Well, so tell us, how do you use this oil, or have you used this oil?
So we originally got this oil because I had heard from an emotional standpoint that it was good for nightmares. And my daughter at the time was having nightmares. We spent lots of time getting up out of bed at night, trying to calm her back down. And then, of course, she did not want to go back to sleep. It's been years now, so I can't quite remember if we used it in the diffuser with other things like what you were saying as a preventative blend to keep her from hopefully having the nightmare, or if it was something that we applied to her if she had the nightmare to be able to calm her back down and get her to go to sleep. I honestly don't remember, but I feel like it must have worked because that is definitely not a cycle that we go through anymore. Right. And I don't remember having to use it for very long for that purpose. I have also had somebody that had been away at war and came back and was struggling with nightmares too. And so this was one of the ones that they got as well to help with that part, which they said it helped with that too.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's so important. I definitely have recommended this to clients for nightmares, and they seem to have pretty good results. I know for sure one of my friends who wanted to try it, I gave her a sample. And so I just made a little roller bottle and told her to put it on her feet. So like the big toe, the fleshy part of the big toe connects directly with the brain. So I said, just roll it there when you climb into bed. And it seemed to really help her. So.
And that's where we've done it topically, is the bottoms of the feet as well. I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this oil also is really good for any type of kidney issue. You can apply it topically. I guess you could take it internally as well. But if you want to apply it topically, like the lower back is a good place to rub it in. And I would, again, add a carrier oil just to help drive it in through the skin towards your kidneys. But that's really helpful for people. It also helps with different urinary issues. And I feel like I've heard that it helps with bedwetting as well. So again,
I've heard that too. I don't think we used it for that, but you figure if it's helping with water retention stuff, that could help with that too.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a pretty versatile oil. Anything else we want to say about this one?
Again, you can use it all three ways. Diffusing it is probably the way that Meg and I have used it the most. I have used it topically. Another topical use could be for skin imperfections. You can put it on as like a skin toner too.
Yeah, good point.
And then if you were looking for an alternative to citrus oils in your water, I can vouch for this one. It's a unique taste, but it's nice. So I would say that if you're looking for something different than the citrus, you could use this in your water as well. So all three uses for juniper berry. There you go.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we're glad to have your stamp of approval for that. Give people another option. All right. Well, we hope that you enjoyed this episode and learned something new, and maybe even learned something that you can help somebody else who's struggling with nightmares or struggling with kidney issues or struggling with skin issues. And you can recommend they listen to this and get some tips on how to naturally support their body with that. Just want to remind you that the third Thursday of every month, except for September, we do our Ask Us Anything class, and we would love to have you join us. It's totally free. We meet at 7 p.m. Central Time via Zoom, and it's just for 30 minutes, but you can jump on and literally ask us anything. So we so appreciate you taking the time to listen every week. We'll have a brand new episode for you again next Friday.
Thanks for tuning in. For more information, you can follow these bottle poppin' ladies at bottlepoppinpodcast.com. Tune in next week to learn about what bottle we're poppin'. Until next time, take care. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This podcast is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.